Hello, I'm Karl. I play Aemir in the upcoming film Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, shot on location in New Zealand. Tonight, the Travel Channel is going to show you why New Zealand is the perfect location for all the action, adventure, and drama of this epic tale. I'll be back throughout the night with some behind-the-scenes stories about the making of The Two Towers, but first, New Zealand Prime Minister Helen Clark is your personal guide for New Zealand, the Royal Tour. Hi, I'm Karl from The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. And you're watching New Zealand, the Royal Tour on the Travel Channel. The cast and the crew really responded to all the outdoor activities, you know, the surfing, the skiing, the snowboarding, the bungee jumping. Orlando Bloom really, threw himself into, all aspects of the adventure culture that exists in New Zealand. He went and bungee jumped, survived, thankfully. I know the boys went surfing, even managed to pull Vigo out surfing one time. And he had an accident. The surfboard hit him in his eye, and so he turned up to work the next day and he had this black eye, so Pete could only shoot him from one side. I personally didn't feel the need to go and do all those adventuristic type activities. I felt that I was taking enough leap of faith just going to work every day. Hi, I'm Karl. Stay tuned for more behind-the-scenes stories from Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, right here on the Travel Channel. Going in to shoot my very first shot, and there's like 500 guys dressed up in orc outfits and a couple of hundred guys on horseback, and so I get on my horse and I'm all ready to do the first shot, and I look over to the monitor where Peter Jackson is, and as if I wasn't nervous enough, Ian Callan and Liv Tyler had come over to watch my first shot, but they were so lovely and so supportive, and they were like a family. They've been shooting for so long already, and they really went the extra distance to make me feel part of that family. See more of New Zealand, my home country, shooting Lord of the Rings for 8 months than I had living there my entire life. Ironically enough, I wasn't a tour guide for the international cast. They were a tour guide for me. I mean, they were showing me aspects about my country which I didn't even know existed. They really did absorb New Zealand and New Zealand culture, and that's why I think that, New Zealand is a special place in their hearts. Hi, I'm Karl from The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, and you're watching the Travel Channel. I think the appeal with shooting in Fiordland was its sort of prehistoric and mythical quality. There's a deep sound, amazing crystal clear water, mountainous hills that just sort of seem to go on forever, and the native forest is so untouched and so unlike any other place on the planet. I can see why Pete would choose that for a location for Lord of the Rings. New Zealand is the perfect place to shoot Lord of the Rings because it has every aspect and every geological fixture that Tolkien has written about in his book right there in the country. New Zealand has a kind of a mythical resonance to it. It's, green and lush and uniquely untouched, and I think that's what has made it very appealing for directors, to come and shoot. Hi, I'm Karl. Stay tuned for more behind-the-scenes stories from Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, right here on the Travel Channel. Lord of the Rings was literally the biggest film production on the planet. They were employing, I think at their height, 2,000 people. It doesn't come bigger than that. And I have nothing but total admiration and respect for Peter Jackson for choosing to shoot this in his home country. And, he had a lot of faith in New Zealand as a whole and the talent and expertise of the crew. And I sort of really feel like the morale of the country as a whole was really lifted. It was an amazing experience. Kind of a motto on the film, it was taped up on Viggo Mortensen's mirror, adapt and overcome. For a lot of the cast and the crew, that was a lived by motto. It was quite often we were shooting in some of the most arduous and trying circumstances. Snow, rain, 140-kilometre-hour winds. And we were in, really rough and rugged, isolated country, away from the sort of creature comforts that one's accustomed to. It didn't matter how difficult it got. If you were to ask someone, would you rather be somewhere else? The answer would be no. Hi, I'm Karl from The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Stay tuned for more behind-the-scenes stories from our filming in New Zealand, right here on the Travel Channel. Why shoot in New Zealand? Why not? It's got everything. New Zealand's one of the most beautiful countries on the planet. It has every geographical fixture a producer or director could possibly want, from mountains to lakes, to deserts, volcanoes, beautiful beaches, fantastic crews, very skilled crews who are very good at adapting and overcoming any circumstance or situation that may arise. I think that's what makes New Zealand, a choice place to come and shoot. Hi, I'm Karl from Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers, which opens December the 18th. Stay with us for more behind-the-scenes stories from the making of the film and a special look at New Zealand, right here on the Travel Channel. Cherished memory of shooting the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy was one weekend when all decided that what we'd actually do was camp out at this location because it was so remote. There was a beautiful lake there, we went fishing. Viggo Mortensen was just literally the consummate woodsman, so he built this fire pit and we ended up barbecuing some steaks and sitting around all evening, and that is probably my most cherished memory. One of the most amazing things about, shooting Lord of the Rings was we were shooting it for such a long period of time, and the cast and crew really bonded as a family. I mean, usually when you shoot a film, you shoot for 3 months, 4 months, but we shot this for 16 months, and so consequently everybody became really tight and really close. It's going to be great to get together in the future to shoot some more pickups for the third film next year, and I think that's going to be the last chance that everybody has to sort of get together in New Zealand and in Middle Earth.